Look, the media ain't going to tell you this, but the shift is real. Black voters are waking up, and the Democrats, they can't take it. And CNN, oh, they completely lose it. Watch this.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good mega morning. Now that I got that out the way, let's talk. I see a lot of us on this app right now going against Daddy Trump. What's going on? A lot of people on here saying he's black. He's not mega. Well, just so y'all know, I'm big mega. I'm big mega out here. I'm the 50 Cent of mega. So beware, liberals. If you come over here in my chat, in my live, in my comments, I'm going to show y'all how to really be petty. I'm from a generation where you gon' F-A and F-O. Need I say more? I stand with Trump, the Conservative Party, mega. This ain't no act.
He switched the
This ain't for clout. This ain't for none of that. This is me doing my part to help make America great again. Because y'all ain't going to stop this Trump train. And just so you know, I said it.
And that right there, that what terrifies them, man. Black folks thinking for ourselves, speaking up for ourselves, and voting how we want. Now, I still ain't with the whole calling another man daddy thing, but that's not what they expect. But you see, when you leave that plantation mindset, man, they don't know how to handle that from us. I'm going to just keep it real. And instead of asking why people are walking away, they attack, they slander. You know what they do. They the whole smear campaign. They shame you. But guess what? It ain't working no more, as y'all see. Matter of fact, listen to how they talk about black men they can't control. Straight up disrespectful.
Worry about illegal immigration and abortion until they had to justify supporting Donald Trump.
What?
I've never seen so many black men worry about illegal immigration and abortion until they had to justify supporting Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Never. And I've been in politics since I've been a teenager and couldn't even vote. And I've never seen so many black men, oh, you know, these are legals. Oh, abortion. When I'm like, bro, you got like 3 baby mamas and your ass on the corner selling. Yeah. So it's like, tell me the reason. I respect you more if you say, hey, I don't want a brown woman in that chair. It was misogynistic. Got it. I didn't have a problem voting for the black dude. But you had a straight problem voting for a brown woman. And I don't claim she black or Indian because that's her thing. I'm like, for a brown woman who literally would have not, people like, oh, both sides of the coin. No, one is going to slit your throat. The other one might stab you. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the one that's going to stab me. I got a better chance of surviving.
She had a plan for black men. She had a
whole plan. But it didn't matter because that
matter.
ego, the same thing with Trump, though. That's why I told people I don't dislike Trump because Trump told you exactly who he was.
You got to respect that.
I said, but the same thing. Trump tapped into the base nature, especially in 2020, of what white men were feeling because real talk, white women did this whole pushing of toxic masculinity. And we was like, every man ain't toxic. What are y'all talking about?
See? Look at this level of disrespect. When black men don't vote how they think we should vote, suddenly it's your baby mamas and all this standing on the corner nonsense. All that, man. It's never about policies. It's always about control. They don't even hide it anymore. But guess what? We off that. People are waking up, man. And we ain't scared to call it like it is. And while they too busy bashing us black men, Trump is out here doing things that actually change the world. Y'all probably wouldn't even hear about this. Let me get y'all to this peace deal breakdown.
We got to give it to Donald Trump. He's negotiating all these ceasefires. We got to give it to him. You got the Congo and Rwanda. I didn't even know Congo and Rwanda was at war. Until this ceasefire, until Trump brought up this ceasefire between Congo and Rwanda. It was a 30-year war at that. And over 6 million people had died in that war. I had no idea. I know the countries Rwanda and Congo, but I didn't know they was at war. I do remember the incident with Rwanda where there was an issue. There was a war between 2 factions in Rwanda. I believe it was beef over 2 tribes, the Hutus and the Tutsis, I do recall that situation in Rwanda. It was basically genocide. And I do believe they said about, was it 4 million people died in that conflict? But, man, but I had no idea, like, that Rwanda was at war with Congo. That's crazy. Who else is that? Who else is possibly at war? But you got to give it to Trump, man. He's negotiating hella ceasefires. He's telling these countries, like, if y'all at war, there ain't going to be no trade deals for y'all. Like, if you're a war country and you want to fight, you could just fight. But if you want a trade deal with the USA, y'all gonna have to bring y'all wars to an end.
Bro, let that sink in. While they got y'all distracted with identity politics, this man over here ending 30-year wars that I didn't even know about. 6 million lives lost in that conflict. Handled, though? You ever seen Biden pull anything remotely close to that off? Nah. You ever seen Kamala? Absolutely not. And just to show you how the media really operates, CNN got caught slipping live again on air. Now, you couldn't even keep up. They couldn't even keep up with their own laws. I want y'all to watch this meltdown.
Jobs not done. A foreign minister from Rwanda told CNN, he said he's committed to supporting this ongoing negotiation, but warned that ending the conflict will depend on political will and the good faith. And he doesn't know if that is true, referring to the DRC's government. It's not done. It's not done.
You didn't watch the news yesterday. They literally announced it in the Oval Office.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. This is indeed a historical day. Because it's the signing of a peace agreement between Congo and Rwanda to end a conflict that has been going on for 30 years.
Let me ask you a question.
Literally in the Oval
Office. Can I say
Office.
something?
Friday afternoon.
You said something earlier. You said, and you kind of agree with Pete, when he says there's something about the media where they feel like they want to disprove Donald Trump. Is that what you said? Something to that effect?
Yeah, it happens every day.
And you think that's what they want to do, right? You think the media is going in to say he's lying and he's not telling the truth. You
Correct.
believe that?
That is the standing disposition.
Do you believe that he tells the truth?
Yeah, I do.
Every time?
You think
all presidents do
you
that?
think the president tells the truth? This current president tells the truth often.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I also think that, to our point that we haven't established, he does announce things before it's too soon.
They literally had the countries in there.
The program isn't.
I feel like you should watch the news before you come out here.
I feel like you should stop trying to defend him just to defend him.
I feel like you should watch the news.
You should stop.
So she's what? She got caught not knowing the news and still doubled down. Just say my bad. Move on. As I'm reading a comment that Luca Tanner said. Oh my gosh. You see how shook they are? You quick to jump to nah, it's not true. Until the receipts pop out in the Oval Office. This is why nobody trusts the mainstream media right here. No more at all. They're not about the truth. They're about pushing narrative and about the moment. Rather, the moment that narrative fails, you see how they get lost. But forget what they say, okay? Listen to what actual people on the ground in Congo are saying about Trump. This is powerful. Y'all watch this.
So, as Caroline has mentioned, first of all, I want to let you know that I'm the only African reporter accredited here at the White House and covered for the entire continent. So I just arrived from Congo, Democratic Republic of the Congo, yesterday. I went to see firsthand how the people is feeling and the president's message, President Felix Tshisekedi, about this upcoming peace deal. And let me tell you firsthand what I've witnessed myself. I spoke with the people on the street. I spoke with youth. They know your name. They know that a president named President Trump is working hard to finally bring peace to the country. I saw hope. They have hope now for a better day in Congo. They see what you're doing as a future, better future for Congo. And I had opportunity to sit down with President Felix Tshisekedi for an interview because I want to understand his mind, what he's thinking, his feeling about everything that your administration is doing. And he told me firsthand that for many years, many American presidents overlooked this conflict. They didn't do nothing. Even myself, I covered President Biden's administration. I pressed many times about this conflict. People are dying in Congo. This country has so much potential, but they need help because this war is destroying the country. Right. They never gave me any answer. And he told me, President Tshisekedi, that you have no idea, he's very thankful for what you're doing, for what your administration is doing. Not only him, the entire Congolese people, they see that finally they will have hope. And President Tshisekedi also mentioned at the end of my interview that when peace finally comes to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, he's thinking to nominate you as a Nobel Prize Peace because he said you deserve, you have been working to bring peace in the world, not only at the Congo, and he's very hopeful to meet you in the future.
That's so nice, boy, and that's so beautifully stated. And Caroline said, number one, she did say, and I shouldn't say this because it's politically incorrect, she said, she's beautiful, and you are beautiful. I'm not allowed to say that, that could be the end of my political career, but I said it anyway. But you are beautiful, and you're beautiful inside. So I wish I had more reporters like you. So you covered Africa for a long time?
Yes, for over 10 years.
Wow.
I cover even your first administration.
Yes, I know that. That's great. Well, thank you. That's so nice that you said that.
JV wrote, meanwhile, here in America, Democrats and legacy media like CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NPR, etc. would like you to believe that President Trump is Hitler. He's a racist. He's an oligarch. He's a white supremacist. He's authoritarian, fascist, you name it. Bro, do you understand how major this is? They know his name in the streets of Congo. You think they saying thank you to Biden? Nah. You think they talking about Kamala to any capacity? Nah. They thanking the man who actually did something. Meanwhile, back here, the media is silent. You got to ask yourself why. And just in case you think it's cap, here's the photo. Here's the receipts. They signed a peace deal right here in the Oval Office. I want y'all to check this out. Boom. Hold on, y'all. I got somebody at my door. My fault, y'all. I'm getting ready to celebrate my birthday. But y'all, look at this. This ain't internet talk. This ain't speculation. That's history. And CNN, MSNBS, all of them silent. Leftists, mad. But history don't care about your feelings. This man did it. And look, even after ending the 30-year war, the media is still out here asking him dumb questions. Watch how Trump handles this reporter. Straight savage.
Why not? Why not Canada, by the way?
Why? Because this is about a different subject right now. This is right now actually a much more important subject. We just ended a war that was going on for 30 years where 6 million people died. So don't ask me a trade question on Canada.
Oh, man, my fault, y'all. But when I say zero patience for nonsense, that's exactly how you handle this. End of the war with 6 million dead, and they asking about Canada. Look, y'all already know. These people. This is why folks are walking away. This is why the shift is real. They hate it, but you can't stop it. Y'all do me a favor. Be safe. Go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.